Now student, let us start today's new lesson, chapter number 3, understanding quadrilateral, class 8, part 1, recall. So in this part we will see, learn some geometrical concept which we have studied in class 7th. In the class 7th, we have learned about the related angles. So, from that related angle, first part was complementary angles. When the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, the angles are called complementary angles. Now, here there are two figures. First, here angle is 30 degree, second angle is 60 degree. These two different angles are there, and if you add this 30 degree and 60 degree, so certainly you will get there some 90 degree. Similarly, let us consider the second figure. In the second figure, this angle A, O and C, this complete angle is shown with the rectangle. This means its measure is 90 degree and it is divided then with by ray OB. So, here if you add angle AOB, that is angle AOB and angle BOC, this angle is BOC. So, you will get how much here 90 degree as a sum. So, here if you want to calculate the complement of any angle, then what we have to do, that is the formula is complement of angle is equals to 90 degree minus given angle. Now, let us see the next pair of related angle, that is supplementary angles. Now, here when the sum of the measures of two angles is 180 degree, the angles are called supplementary angles. When two angles are supplementary, each angle is said to be the supplement of the other. Now, here two different angles are given, one is 100 degree, another one is 80 degree. And if you add 100 degree plus 80 degree, you will get the sum here 180 degree. Similarly, here angle ABC is given 135 degree, angle PQR is given 45 degree, and if you add 135 degree plus 45 degree, so certainly you will get here some 180 degree. That is why these two angles are also supplementary angles. So, if one angle is given and if you want to find the other angle of supplementary angle or supplement angle, then the formula is supplement angle is equals to 180 degree minus given angle. Now, let us see the another part of related angles, adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are such that first there are three conditions. From that first condition is they have common vertex. So, here you can see here vertex is common, here is also vertex is common. There are two angles, angle 1 and 2, but their vertex is common. They have common arm. So, here this arm is common and here this arm is a common arm. Then non-common arms are either side of common arm. This is the first, this is non-common arm and this is another non-common arm. So, this non-common arm is the another side or their opposite side of the common arm. So, now such pair of angles are called adjacent angles. Adjacent angles have first common vertex, common arm, but no common interior points, means their interiors are different. Okay. So, let us see the next part. Here again related angles, from that another one is linear pair of angles. A linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. So, here two first condition is the linear pair of angles are the adjacent angles. So, here you can see this is angle 2 and this angle 1, these two are the adjacent angle because they having common vertex, they are having common arm and they are having the this non common rays, but here condition is these non-common rays are the opposite rays. Non-common rays are the opposite rays. This is first ray, okay, and this is the another ray, which are the opposite rays you can see here. So, here sum of the linear pair of angles also is equals to how much? 180 degree. Linear pair of angles are always supplementary. Next, if there is one angle is given and you want to calculate the other angle from the linear pair of angles, then the formula is measure of one linear pair of angle equals to 180 degree minus measure of given adjacent angles. Now, let us see the next part, that is vertically opposite angles. First, so how the angle forms? First of all, see that this is activity, small activity we have to do here. Take two pencils and lie them with the help of a rubber band at the middle as shown in the diagram. This is pencil 1, this is pencil 2, and these two pencils are tied here with the rubber band. Okay. Now, this is the rubber band where the pencil we have tied with each other. Look at the four angles formed, angle 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, here you can see this is angle 1 is formed, this is angle 2, this is angle 3 and angle 4. So, there 4 angles are formed here. A is vertically opposite to 3. So, now you can see this is angle A and this angle A is opposite to vertically opposite to angle 3. Similarly, and 2 is vertically opposite to 4. Now, see this is 2 is vertically opposite to 4 and this is 1, this is vertically opposite to 3. Okay. So, these two angles are vertical, these two pair of angles are the pair of vertically opposite angles. A appears to be equal to 3 and 2 appears to be equal to 4. That means, here 1 is equals to 3 and 2 is equals to 4. So, from this we can conclude that when two lines intersect, the vertically opposite angle so formed are equal. Now, let us start next topic and understand what is transversal. So, to understand what is transversal, first of all, let us understand the figure which I have drawn here. This is a straight road here, and to this straight roads, two roads are intersecting like this. This is first road and this is second road. This means this one common road is intersecting the two different roads. So, this gives the idea of the transversal, which is the one common road and it is intersecting to the other two roads. So, this type of figure gives the idea of a transversal. So, a line that intersects two or more lines at distinct point is called a transversal. Now, here let us see, this is first line, this is second line and it is intersecting at two distinct points. This is first point and this is second point. So, this line is called as a transversal. Now, let us see the last figure. Here in the last figure you can see the line, whatever is the transversal here, this transversal is not, that is straight line. But in the middle figure you can see a transversal is a straight line and these both the two lines to which it is intersecting, these two lines are the parallel lines. So, when this type of condition happens, that the transversal is a straight line and the two which it intersects, that both are the parallel lines, then the angle which is formed here, this angle is always a 90 degree angle, or in other way we can say that the two lines can be parallel to each other if the transversal intersect the two different lines at right angle or at the perpendicular, okay, or perpendicular position. Now, let us students see angle made by transversal. So, here how the angle forming by transversal, that we will understand. In figure you see line L and line M, this is line L and M. So, here is line L and here is line M cut by transversal P. So, here is this is transversal P. The 8 angles marked 1 to 8 have their special names. First, interior angles. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is 3, 4, 5 and 6. So, these are the interior angles. Now, let us understand the exterior angles. So, which are above the parallel lines. So, here 1, 2, 7, 8, this is 1, 2, 7 and 8. So, these are the exterior angles. Now, we will understand what is the pair of corresponding angles. So, let us go to the next figure. So, here this is angle 2 and angle 6. Similarly, angle 1 and angle 5, these are the corresponding angles. Here 4 and 8, similarly 3 and 7, these are the corresponding angles. Now, let us understand alternate interior angles. So, alternate interior angles are here. So, here 4 and 5, similarly 3 and 6. Now, what is alternate exterior angle? So, see here 1 and 8. So, this is 1 and this is 8. Similarly, pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. So, here 4 and 6, similarly 3 and 5. So, these are the pairs of angle formed by transversal when it intersects the any two lines in two distinct points. Now, let us understand what is the transversal of a parallel line. Now, transversal of a parallel line gives rise to a quite interesting result. Now, result of related with the corresponding angles. So, now here corresponding angles you can see, if two lines are cut by a transversal, each pair of corresponding angles are equal in measure. So, you can see corresponding angles are equal in measure. So, here you can see this angle 1 and this angle 2, these are the corresponding angle which are lies in one side and both are below the parallel lines. Next is 3 and 4, same one side below the line. After that there is we have seen 1, that is 3 and 4, then 7 and 8. Here you can see this is 7 and this is 8. These are the corresponding angle which are above the line at the one side of the transversal. Next 5 and 6, same above the line which are at the above one side of the transversal. Here I am also explaining 5 and 6, again here 7 and 8. Okay. Now, so these are called as the corresponding angles. Now, let us see transversal of parallel lines gives rise to a quite interesting result of now alternate interior angles. So, what is alternate interior angle? Now, you can see here, if two parallel lines are cut by transversal, each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. So, what is alternate interior angle? You can see here, this is angle 1 and angle 6, which are in the inside of this both the parallel lines, but they are at the opposite side of the transversal. Similarly, 3 and 8. Now, here this is 3 and this is 8. These are the pair of the alternate interior angle, and alternate interior angle also equals to each other. Now, next is result of interior angle. So, what is interior angle? Now, we will understand. If two parallel lines are cut by transversal, then each pair of interior angle on the same side of transversal are supplementary. That means, we know the supplementary angle, sum of two angles will become 180 degree, that means angle 1 and angle 8. Here angle 1 and angle 8, these are the supplementary angle. Now, you can see these both are the in the interior side, but they are at the one side of the transversal. Now, 3 and 6. So, here 3 and this is 6, again they are in the interior of the parallel lines, but they are at the one side of the transversal. Now, there is some homework. I am giving you some fill in the blanks as a homework. So, do it carefully and try to do this homework. Thank you.